Yo, what's up? What's up, world? What's up, man? We back. What's going on, fellas?
What's
What's
up,
up,
bro?
Paul? What's up?
What's good?
What's good?
I'm back. I'm back. I'm feeling good now, yo. I'm feeling
Yeah.
better. I'm feeling better.
It was a
Everybody
little
out there,
rough.
welcome. Yeah, it was a little rough for a second, but I'm good. But look, man, we back with another live FMF podcast, man. We coming back to y'all once again. Before we get started talking about topics and everything,
What's up,
what we're gonna do is, yo, talk. Make sure you hit that like, comment, subscribe, all of that good stuff.
Good now, yeah. I'm feeling better.
And
I'm feeling better.
oh, I hear some feedback.
Yeah, it
It's
was a
an
little rough for
echo.
a second. But I'm good. But
bro?
look, man,
Somebody
we
got the
back with
volume
another
on.
live
Somebody
FML
got the volume on.
podcast, man.
Yeah, somebody got the volume
And
up.
before we get
I
started,
just
talk
checked
about
me.
topics and everything. What we're gonna do is, yo, talk.
Uh,
Make sure you hit that like, comment,
who got?
subscribe, all
Somebody,
of that good
somebody
stuff.
got an echo in there, man.
I'm feeling better.
And, oh, I hear some.
Yeah, it
It's
was a
an
little rough
echo.
for a second. I'm
Oh,
I,
y'all still here?
I closed out of Instagram.
Y'all hear anything?
Nah, it's good now. It's good now. Yeah.
It
Yeah,
looks
yeah, I
like
don't
we
hear
money,
that.
man. First
We
off, shout
money.
out
All
to
right.
are we looking good, Airwell?
Yeah, we're good. We're good money.
Oh yeah.
Uh,
Whoop. Back to it.
yeah, rewind. Hey, like
Hey, you can
y'all
edit
remember?
all that
Y'all,
out. You can edit all
hey,
that.
yeah, y'all remember? Y'all remember up in the club they hit their remix. Bring that J back, yo. That's what we just did, yo. We bringing that J back. But look, hey, welcome everybody to another live episode of the FML podcast. Before we get started, make sure you hit that like, comment, subscribe, all of that great stuff. Um, we got some great topics for y'all today. We got G, he loading everything up, man, for some of the reaction videos we about to get ready to do. But as G getting all that stuff started, man, how everybody, how y'all doing, man? Trey, what's going on, man? How you feeling today?
Man, I'm feeling awesome, man. It was an annoying day. It was an annoying day. But I made it home, get to see my baby. She make me feel better. I'm ready for I'm ready for it.
That's what's up, man. Always good to have a good woman by your side.
Always.
Keith, what's going on, Keith? How you doing, man?
Hey, man, Trey lying. He saw 3 people today, man. He lying. I'm okay, man. I was good earlier when I talked to y'all, but I think I got whatever you had last time. I got a little bit of that, so I'm getting through it though. I'm getting through
Yeah,
Okay.
it.
yeah, yeah. Gotta make sure you rest up, man. Gotta make sure you
Oh,
rest up.
I get plenty of sleep. Don't worry about that. So that's why I'm working.
Yeah.
I don't.
See, see with me when I was going through whatever I was going through. The toughest part, I felt good. I just couldn't sleep. Like I had the night chills and I was just sweating like crazy. You know what I'm saying?
Hey,
So,
the last 2 nights I've been having night sweats after I said I wasn't. I am now. So
uh,
that shit
yeah, that's
annoying
gonna be
because
this. Yeah,
wake
you
up
can't sleep
cold,
through the night.
wake up cold as a
Yeah.
bitch. You gotta go to the bathroom, dry off, and then sleep on top of the covers with your throat. That shit annoying as hell, bro.
Man, I had to
I
wash
don't
my sheets like twice, yo. It was
I don't,
crazy, yo.
I don't think I ever
It was
dealt with
crazy.
that.
Hey, bro.
Yo, it's wild, man. I slept with a towel beside the bed, and every time I'll wake up, I'll sweat, wipe my whole body down, lay back down, man, get back to it.
Hey, G. I can't
What?
See,
get on
no,
the
no,
G face, right? G. My
What I
bad, bro.
do?
Hey, Paul, that
What
was
I
a
do?
no. I was just laughing at your face, bro, while Paul was going into detail. You know,
Yeah, man. Yeah.
hey,
he
By
you
like,
gotta let the
yourself.
people know
So
what's
you,
going
inventory
on.
time.
so
I'm gonna
you,
take
so
you,
you
Paul.
saying by yourself in your bed? You had a moist bed. It was moist on your bed by yourself.
Hey, I mean, hey, shoot, I guess I get them moist. I guess.
That's crazy. That was wild. That was
Hey,
crazy.
man,
Yeah.
let's
Hey, look. Since G talking, how you doing, G? What's going on, man? How
Hey.
you doing?
Yeah, you know me. You know G. You know he just chilling, staying in the quiet. You know me, man. You know I just chill. Yeah.
The
Do a few
same
push ups.
OG, yeah.
Yeah.
same
Do a few push
OG.
ups and stay out the way, man. Y'all know me, man.
I know that's right, bro. That's what's up, yeah. That's what's up. Hey, real quick before we get started, man. In the comment section, if y'all on YouTube, let us know because I'm looking at my YouTube now. it look like we frozen on YouTube. In the comment section, let us know how we looking on YouTube.
I'm on YouTube. We smooth.
You smooth. All right, I guess it's just mine.
Now, if I go out of here and check the IG, will it like cut off my sound again? Because last time I just did, it cut off my sound. So
It might, but you
I'll just
should
come.
be able to.
I'll come back in. Hold on, I'm gonna check.
Yeah.
All right, that's what's up. But we're getting everything going. 'Cause we finally live on IG now, yo. So shout out to the IG gang. We
Yeah.
on what, Rumble,
Shout out.
YouTube. Yeah, man. We going live in a couple of places, so we just trying to make sure everything's straight before we really get into it.
Can
Yeah,
y'all
we
hear me?
working behind the scenes
Pers-
right now.
Can y'all hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you, Keith.
Yeah, the IG looks straight. I mean, the picture on my phone probably not gonna be as clear as it is from the computer, but it's the foreground like just like normal. I just saw Trey on his phone like a second ago, so I think we good. I think we good.
All right,
What
bet.
is it? Is it you have to turn your phone sideways?
I ain't
Oh,
touching my
damn.
phone
I ain't-
sideways.
No.
They ain't even giving
Shout
me that
out,
hard
hey,
time.
if you seeing us on IG right now, my IG, it's been a long time I've been on IG, but the best way to bring it back is with my fellas on FML Podcast. Well, here we
Yes,
talk
sir.
about fitness, we talk about finance, we talk about mindset on here. We've been doing this for a long time. Y'all been seeing us on my stories. I've been doing it for a long time, and I'm always throwing that IG over there to you guys so y'all can check out this podcast. Link, go ahead and get FMF Podcast. Y'all already know it's on IG everywhere. Y'all let us know, man. Put in the comments, man. Hit stars, hit the what's on IG now? 'Cause I ain't been in a
The
long
heart.
time. You
The
hit
heart.
hearts, yeah. Hit the
Yeah,
hearts.
yeah,
on
yeah.
there,
Uh-huh.
man. Yeah, it'll push it out, man. Just push it out, man. All right, so we looking.
All right.
All right, we gonna jump into a little something, man. We're gonna tap into that money first. We're gonna talk about a little bread to
Okay.
start it
That's
off, man.
a good
I think we
start.
need to talk about a little bit of bread, man.
That's a good way to start.
I got you. Hey, G, while you
Yes, sir.
loading everything up, give us a little description of the video and what we're gonna be diving into in a second.
So we're gonna talk about your finances and understanding that well, you know what? I ain't gonna say it a nice way. That is having a job, is it slavery?
Mm.
Is it slavery to
Yeah.
have a job right now? Is it because right now on IG and everywhere on TikTok, everybody's showing that everybody is an entrepreneur now. Everybody got their own business, and they think that is that the only way for you to be successful, and is that the only way for you to make money out here? Is for you to just work for yourself. So
hmm
we need to go in and dig deep into that as far as with the maybe saving money, how you can get more money. I'm gonna let y'all go off on it, but the main topic is slavery. Is having a job slavery? I'm sorry, guys.
Got you. We got a reaction video for it. We got a video for it.
Yeah, we're gonna do a little something.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So YG loading up this video. This is a great topic, man. Like me being in the financial space, man. I can't wait to react to this one and give some little tips and tricks. A book came to mind off jump when G was talking that I'm gonna make sure I let people know about, so y'all go check that out. But this gonna be a good topic, man. Why he getting that together? What's the worst job y'all ever had before? What's the worst
Put in the
job y'all ever had?
comments. Put in the comments.
Put in
Let
the
us know what you put in
comments
the
section.
comments, man.
Put in the comments section. What's the
Yeah.
worst job y'all ever had, yo? And we'll talk about all that stuff later. But let's go ahead and get to the video.
You asking us that?
Oh, I was telling people out there, put it in the comment section. We'll talk about it after the video, though.
Okay.
We'll go ahead and get to the video.
Let's see what we working with.
Quan
Bro, check
already in
this
the
out.
comments.
Bro, jobs is slavery. I know this now. I wanna sit up here and say this right now. If you are working a job, no matter
The nigga
how
in
much money you make per
That's what
hour,
y'all gonna do, Red.
if you working a job, that is slavery, bro. It's slavery in plain sight. Jobs are stopping you from being the best that you could possibly be. Like, who the fuck want to retire at age 67? Like, my nigga, why I could retire at 30? My nigga, I could have been working on my shit at age 15 and been able to retire at 30. Young entrepreneurs can retire at 30, 35. We don't have to work for 30 more years and then retire. Jobs is made for you to live. Bro, think about the mindset that you have. You can't live. People, I can't do anything without a job. I can't do this without a job. I can't do that without a job. A job is slavery.
I can't trust niggas with the do-rag without the tie around first, man. I can't trust niggas.
Yeah, that's wild.
Lead us off, folks. Come on, man.
All right. What I would say about that is, I agree with everything he's saying. I don't even think it's a job. I think it's the society we set up in. We are slave to the money. You know what I'm saying?
Thank you for saying
we're a slave to the money, yo. Because whether you got a job or not, you still gotta figure out a way to make it happen. Even whether you got a job or not, you still gotta pay taxes. You know what I'm saying? Like, I agree with what he's saying and the sentiment with it, but I just think it's not just specific to just having a job. I think it's the capitalistic society, and you just got to figure out how to maneuver to get the things that you want and put yourself in the best position. He talked about retiring at age 60 and things like that, right? I would say, just to go into some more financial tips, you can retire way before that. Like, if you know what to do with your money, how to invest your money properly, how to budget, live below your means. That's something we have a hard time doing in society now. We get a pay raise, we start making more money. We want to increase the way we live, which increases our bills and everything. It's just a continuous rat race. But if you know how to be disciplined, live below your means, save your money, invest your money, and also really just stay focused on what your purpose is. If you started working at 15, it's a good chance you could retire at age 30, 35 if you know what to do with your money, like far as putting it in the right investment vehicles. If you stay with your parents instead of going out and getting an apartment, you stay with your parents, save up, and things like that. I'm always team entrepreneur, but I when it comes to that slave thing, we all on that same page. I just believe being an entrepreneur grants you a little bit more freedom and flexibility, but with that freedom comes a lot more responsibility. I've been talking to these guys behind the scenes about the challenges of being a full-time entrepreneur. And the thing is, you can't never take your foot off the gas when it comes to being an entrepreneur. Because the moment you take your foot off the gas and this is all you got, this is your bread and butter, man, you got to start back over again. It's a game of momentum. So I would say, because I'll come back around and add some more stuff later on, because I want the fellas to talk. But the main thing is, I want to say, yo, we all a slave to the money. Like, we all trying to figure out how to make it and things like that. But even if you work a job, you don't gotta wait till you're 60. You just got to do the right things with your money, be disciplined, and you could put yourself in a better position. And it's also, real quick, just because you become an entrepreneur is not guaranteed you're gonna have success. You don't know when the success is gonna happen. You don't know. You know what I'm saying? You don't know. I've been doing this for coming up on my 3rd year in December, just working for myself. And I've been making it. I've been doing what, for me, I feel like I've been doing well, but I'm not where I thought I was going to be in 3 years with that. And it's all because of me. I ain't blaming nobody. But the thing is, you never know when it's going to pop off for you. So that's the other part when it comes to being an entrepreneur is you got to have a lot of patience and a lot of determination to stick with your guns and make little slight adjustments and not kind of waver from it, because you don't know if you're gonna pop next year, next month, 5 years, 10 years. You just gotta figure out a way to keep maintaining until you get to where you want to go. That was a little long winded, but I like this topic though.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I think, bro, being a captain obvious. I think people our age especially know like the job is not the end goal, but you need to start somewhere. You need to establish the foundation. Like most people, to start a business, most of the times you need to have capital, which is money, and that shit don't come out of thin air unless you one of these trust fund babies or you one of these young kids that learn trading real early or one of these young YouTube or streamers that just blow up because they popular, getting people to reacting to toys and whatnot. Like unless they on the internet making their money off the internet, you're not just going into an entrepreneurial venture with just your hopes and dreams most of the time. You got to start somewhere. So I think people our age know that you have to get that foundation. You got to save up some money, and sometimes going the job route is the way you got to do that. You got to do what you don't want to do to get where you want to be. And I think we know jobs are slavery, but if you got the right mindset behind it, you can make it work for you in your favor and eventually get to that entrepreneurial route. Or you can do both at the same time. Have money making, have passive income making you money outside of the job, so you can get to that retirement early. But that 15 to 30, starting working at 15 and retiring at 30, that's probably less than 0.5% of people. And it's a consumer society. If everybody was an entrepreneur, nobody would be rich because nobody would be buying your shit because they trying to get you to buy their shit. So,
I think that's a mentality too, because not every entrepreneur is selling the same thing, and we need what other people provide. I mean, it was entrepreneurs that created the jobs that we working at now. You know what I mean? So I think jobs are essential. But it is a mentality. I think it's more the slavery mentality. And I definitely know this is where, if y'all go backtrack to the episode we did about hard work, where my mentality was hard work does not pay off, because you're getting at a job, what's not taught is you're trading your time. So they're going to pay you. Most of the jobs are entry level. They're going to pay you for the same amount, whether you're working hard or if you're just getting by. You know what I'm saying? Because I've always outworked everybody in the job, and I rarely got promoted until I started learning more about communication, networking, showing up, and doing stuff off of the clock to show the type of characteristics to stand out, just to get the approval of somebody else. Like that's what you're doing to rise up in a company, is getting approval from the person who has the ability to push the button, not how hard you work. And stuff like that. I think we need to have, I love what Paul said, because we need to have further discussion in that direction about not just starting a job or just pushing a kid out the house just because they turn 18. You're an adult now, go figure out life. I think we need more structure in that area, definitely. I think we need to support one another more. I think we need more money discussions such as this, so we could be more money conscious about what to do with money, and not just because even if you're at a good job, if you ask me what a good job is, recently what I've been saying is a good job is one that pays you well enough to forget your dreams. That's what a good job is.
I like that.
It pays you well enough to forget all of the things that you aspire to, that you think of, that like get you out of the bed. Now you're in the day-to-day rut of just getting through. And if you're in a job place, more than likely you're gonna hear everybody, the common communication is complaining. The common communication is complaining. So it's gonna, even if you're not a complainer, even if you're not included in a conversation, you're not always going to be able to get away from it. So it's still going to, you're still going to absorb that even in the slightest bit, and it's going to affect you whether you acknowledge it or not. So it's still going to do something to your mentality. And then what easily happens is y'all is what you'll wind up in that check to check month, cover expenses, and look forward to a day off, a vacation instead of all of what you was thinking about when you was like, I need to make money. You know, like you don't start off with most of the time you don't start off with responsibility that you need to put money towards. You start off thinking I need to make money for what I want, and then once you get some of what you want, it usually comes with like a monthly payment. Now I got responsibility. I want my own place. Well, I need my own transportation. Well, I need a cell phone. Well, those are monthly costs. Those are monthly expenses. You know what I mean? So that's what you have a vision, a goal to go for. But yeah, I would agree. It is a part of the modern slavery. The capitalist society is playing on that, and we glorify. That's why I always be like, money ain't everything. Like, money is important, but money ain't everything. Because you can get lost just chasing money and looking at numbers, because numbers are infinite. You'll never have enough. You know what I mean? So you got to focus on why you at that job, what you got to do. If you don't truly like that job, if it's not fulfilling for you, it's not hitting on your purpose, then either you're gonna have to get up out of there. Because I know people who would switch up the job to something that's more meaningful to them and take the pay cut, you know what I'm saying? But life is more enjoyable. Now you're enjoying work instead of stress and the mundane day to day. And I can't stand to be here. I can't wait to get home. Or when you get home, you got other problems that you got to deal with. Now you just like, I don't even like life. Like, what is life? You get lost, man, just working. If you're not focused, you know what I mean? So yeah, we got to work on your mentality and remember why you even at that job, and then do some assessments. Like, is this really working for me? Because there's plenty of jobs out there. There's plenty of knowledge out there. You can teach yourself. You can learn stuff. You can get with coaches. Hello. You can learn so many different things to boost yourself, to get better jobs. So I'm not limited in that. A lot of these jobs, if you was to check their website, they have resources, they have courses, they have leadership courses and stuff. And if you do that, it'll show like, okay, this person is doing something different than the 98% people here. So you can stand out and do things differently and take those credentials and put them in other places, boost your resume, learn a skill, you know what I'm saying? Learn another language that automatically puts you in a different tax bracket. Like, learn stuff, bro. You can do stuff to improve the job setting. And I know this personally because in that same environment where everybody's complaining, I'm Mr. Mindset. They tried to break me, and I wound up breaking the whole environment. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
Got everybody up in there laughing and smiling now, huh?
yes, like, you can't come to me with the complaints. You know what I mean? Like, I don't want to hear the complaints. I want to hear either the solution or something good. And we all in here, we all don't like it. Oh well, let's get it done. The quicker we get it done, we can get up out of here and get back to what we actually want. So it could be mindset. It's a mindset, the mentality of it being a slavery. Because no one is holding you in chains, making you stay at a job. But the chain is you're going to have a job if you're not making some type of money on your own.
Yes, sir. Hey, G, what you got, man? What's your thoughts, man?
That nigga eating and shit.
Get to the chopper.
Yeah, it's definitely a I would say yes and no to the gentleman that was explaining it. Explaining it. I'm sorry. Yes, in the sense that when you really think about a job, when you break it down, it's just over broke.
Yep.
And I've always believed that, and that's why I try to find a way to get myself up out of it. But on the, as far as the negative side, I get to the positives. Of course, there's always positives to a lot of things, but the negative side is
I thought
for
you
you
said the
wanting to live your life the way you want it to be is it's a little bit hard when you have a job. You have to have but for the most part, you have to have your hair a certain way. You have to wear a certain type of clothes. You have to be there at a certain time. You have to talk a certain way. You gotta
Hmm.
conduct yourself in a certain way where it's very similar to what slavery might be because you're being controlled by somebody else, which is whether a manager or a company, you're being controlled. So in that sense, that is a part of I think where he's coming from is like slavery, and you're being minimized to what your worth is for an hour or wherever it is a salary or 40 hours
that
a week.
part. That part.
That's
They do not
that's where it's a
determine my
problem.
value. They
Yeah,
do not
so
determine my value.
so
Yeah,
when
go ahead.
so basically it's like you sign up and you making 8, 10, 15, 20, $30 an hour. What you're saying to me is your time, my hard work, my blood, my air, whatever I'm doing for this job right now for that hour is only worth that $20 of my life, which life is so short. In that sense, when you break it down, I can understand where he's coming from, and that's the type of pain that I didn't like when I had a job. It was like
Mm,
I couldn't take the vacations I wanted to with my family. I couldn't spend time with my lady when I wanted to. I couldn't do this and I couldn't do that. And I had to ask for permission as a grown man to enjoy my one and only life that I'm able to get. In that sense, it's a part of slavery. I ain't going to hold you, and I understand
yeah.
why he says that way. But on the positive side, jobs can help with some people with structure. I mean, being on
Yeah.
time.
Yeah.
Having a way where you can have your paycheck all that, where you get money at once. Because what people don't understand, like what Paul said, when you that structure of working for yourself, you're getting money in sometimes so quick that you don't even know how to
It could
budget
be
it because it can be,
Hmm.
a handicap. You get
it could be
money where
inconsistent.
yeah, it can be inconsistent. You can get to a point where you get so much at one point in a day, you make 1,000, and then in 2 weeks later, you ain't got no money because you spent it so quick, and you don't know when that next dollar is gonna come. So I can understand the
Hmm.
structure of a job and being able to have the 401ks and being able to have some sort of stability in your life where you know every 2 weeks or every month or first or the 15th or wherever you get that paycheck that is consistent.
Mm,
So in that sense, I can't always say it's a bad thing because it can be a positive for some people, but it's on the person, it's on how you want to live your life. And hey, you gonna pick either one. You want to be a semi-slave, or you want to be able to be a full-time slave to your entrepreneur dreams.
That's why I said
So I
jobs
think you have to
are
pick one.
essential. That's why I said jobs are essential because most of those things is like you said, is shaping you up for opportunity. Like I learned a lot of how excuse me. I learned a lot of how I would want my company to be ran and what is needed by going to a job and seeing what's not there. Also all of the flaw in all of the management I would come across. Like y'all hiring people that y'all like, as I mentioned, like somebody that you in cahoots with versus somebody who's actually qualified. What are the qualifications for management? I learned the difference between a boss slash manager and a leader. Most managers are not leaders, you know what I mean? I rather have leaders, you know. I learned so much just being at a job. Plus, you do get it's security. It is security because you're like, okay, I'm getting X amount. If you put in X amount of time for this amount of money, then this is what I'm going to be getting on this day. You know that, so you can plan, you can invest, you can move strategically, knowing what's coming in based on the result of what you're working. You know what I'm saying? What your work is. I learned work ethic. I learned work ethic outside of a job, but the work ethic had to be exuded at the job. So I realized that my work ethic was very much different than those around me. Not to be in comparison, but I love my own work ethic. I love my own drive, and it just solidified the fact that I have that type of drive, that I am ambitious enough to start my own. Like, let me go ahead and bet on myself. If I got it here and they don't see it, it's not for them to see it. Go ahead, bet on myself. You know what I mean? And it's a smart play. It's a strategic play. I'm throat dry. It's a strategic play to use the job for the leverage, as Keith was speaking on earlier. He said most of us don't start with no type of money. Use the job for some leverage. Yeah, I ain't catch it. I don't know what y'all laughing at. Use the job for some type of leverage to do the things that you want, you know. But I will say this though, you can use other people's money. Like read Rich Dad Poor Dad again. You can use other people's money to invest in smart things that can bring some type of return. You don't have to start off with money, you know, and your own money don't have to be the money that you use to make money.
Yeah, that's a good point, Trey. And real quick, I know in a couple of minutes we're gonna get ready to go to the next topic. But I want to shout out the Sean Moore. He responded. I'm assuming this is in response to the worst job you ever had, washing dishes at a restaurant. So I wanted to shout out Sean for bringing that up. But I know G about to get the next video and everything loaded up. But what's some of y'all final thoughts about this subject, man?
Niggas childish.
I guess in the sense of what Trey was saying, like job is some sense of security, but there's no such thing as job security. Like
That's
Yeah.
true. That's true.
when especially like for instance, y'all know my job. I'm not gonna say the company name. Certain people just got paid all this money. Now people on the other side, they getting chopped off and whatnot and laid off. So, you know, it's a catch-22. You know, ain't nothing secure because corporations gonna move in their best interest. And
Facts.
that's always, no matter how long you've been there, no matter how, like you said, how hard you work, you know, you are expendable. They can pay
Yeah.
somebody coming out of college half your salary to do the same thing you do. So that's my last bit.
Facts.
Hmm.
Facts.
I would say, going along that point, you just got to look at everything from a business standpoint. And unfortunately, the way it's set up, employees are expenses. And whenever things get tight with a business, they always looking to cut expense. So
Mhm.
that's the reason why is the job security. It's like he said, it's never no such thing as job security. But I do want to shout out the people that work jobs. I'm team entrepreneur. I always say people should have, even if you work a job, you should have your own little side business or whatever, just in case that job security runs out. You still got some form to make money to hold you over until you can find your next thing. But um, I I feel like we getting into this point now where we starting to look down on people because they got jobs. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah,
That's the
that's
and
that
mindset.
new
and
generation shit.
Yeah, that's the mindset.
that's kind of like how I was feeling with when that guy was talking about in that video with jobs. I agree with him, and like I said, I'm seeing entrepreneur, but also I respect people that go out here and make an honest living. You
Facts,
know,
man.
they get up every single day. They go out here, pave our roads. They go take care of our family members in the hospitals and all these essential jobs and whatever job you're doing. The fact you being productive to society, congratulations to you. So I want to make sure I reiterate, like having a job is not a bad thing. It's
Well, you
just
need jobs.
yeah, but we also you should always be looking to find some way to elevate, whether it's within that job or whether it's within, starting your own business and, figuring out your purpose and everything like that.
I'm not gonna align purpose with business. Purpose is an internal thing. It's great that if you can combine your purpose with a business, but I don't want the guys to think that you only find your purpose when you're able to start a business and stuff, or that it comes from that. You don't have to get paid from your purpose for it to be purposeful. You know what I'm saying? Um, on top of that, what I was gonna say, I had a brain fart. Like, we can go ahead and chop it off. We can go ahead and
Okay.
chop it off.
All right. So we got G getting ready for the next video. Actually, he got it locked and loaded. Hey G, give us a brief description of this next video we got coming up, man.
I got you. But of course, I want to keep doing these breaks, man, and let people know we got at least 10 people here, man. We got at least 10 people watching this live. Please, right now, hit a like. If you're on Instagram, hit the stars. Rumble, say what's up. Hit a like, man. It's easy. If y'all really rock with us, hit that like. Hit it. Hit that like.
Yes, sir.
All right, so gotta dip in. We're gonna go a little fitness this time. So it was a request from one of our brothers right here, Keith. He wanted to really talk about something that I've been keeping secret for a while, but it's not really a secret because I honestly try to tell people to do it, but their willpower it's hard for their willpower to do it. It's hard. It's not for the strong. It's not for the weak-minded person, and it's not to be mean, but I'm just speaking facts. I've had close to at least over 100 clients by now, at least almost to 200. It's rare for a client to do this right here. We're gonna talk about fasting, and and it's talked about a lot because it's honestly the cheapest, the easiest, and the most effective way to get rid of course, the fat, the calories. But number one thing is to correct and be able to get rid of mostly, not every, but mostly every. Well, I don't say every. Most of the diseases it can be taken away with fasting. And it's talked about SEBIs. It talked about a lot of people talk about it, but the reason why is just people are. It goes to the food. Everybody's addicted to certain things, but I'm trying to tell you, fasting is where it's at. So we're gonna dip right into it. We're gonna talk a little bit on it, and then hope everybody give a piece on it, and I can give my professional look on what fasting is, what it can do, and how it saved my life.
Bet.
All right, let's go.
I'm going to say this right now. If you want to live really freaking long, don't eat for 3 days straight. Just drink water only. You don't need no herbs. You don't need no tea, nothing. Just straight up spring water. When you don't eat for 24 hours, your body starts to activate its like defense mechanisms, ketosis, homeostasis, which is the coasting, your skin. You start pushing impurities out. And the best part is if you're working out on the day 3 of
Damn, that nigga internet, man.
of no food, you activate your growth hormone. And it's proven. I've proven this because I lived it. It's like a low dose of steroids. I'm not joking. I literally was just eating raw fruits and honey. And then I would eat every Monday, Thursdays, and Saturdays. And I'd lift every single day. On day 2 and 3, infinite energy. And I was getting huge.
What was that last part? He said,
No, don't do it, Keith.
Oh, my bad. I was just clearing it for clarity. My bad.
I put that there to see if somebody was going to repeat it.
Yeah.
I won't show what I
Oh, hey.
No, I like this topic, man. I'll go ahead and start it off because I'm fasting right now.
That nigga annoys me with his fasting. He just don't eat.
Yeah.
That ain't fasting.
I mean, I for real, for everybody out there, food is not. I'm not the type of guy that like to go and sit down at a restaurant and just enjoy the food. Like I just want to eat and go. You know what I'm saying? Like I always just view food as more of a like, yo, I'm hungry. Take care of that urge of hunger, and just keep on moving. You know what I'm saying? Like, but I think it's because when I kind of going back to the last point, my worst job was when I worked at a nursing home in the kitchen, and I won't get paid no money, and I had just moved out and got my own first place, and so I had to eat what was there because I ain't have no money to afford nothing else. You know what I'm saying? So I just like I guess I just trained my mind to like, yo, whether you like it or not, if you hungry, you're gonna eat it. I eat it, I'm good, I keep moving. But to go back to this fasting point, man, I did the 3-day fast, and I think I might have talked about it before on the podcast, but after about halfway through day 2, to speak on the the clarity, the mental clarity that I got, the way it just felt like my senses was more open when I went through that fast. And like what the guy was saying, like I was sweating a lot more, but I was like everything was coming out my body. As soon as I drink water, maybe like 30 minutes after peeing, coming right out. Like it's just my body was just coming so efficient with getting rid of waste, things that it didn't need. And it felt like a mini high that I experienced on
Mhm.
my second day,
Mhm.
that it just felt like the grass was greener, the sun felt brighter on my skin. I saw my skin clearing up a little bit more. It was just so many great things that happened during that 3 day fast period, man. That it was just it just felt really good. And a lot of times I'll just go a day and not just eat. Like today, I just had spring water, and it's actually been over 24 hours. I slipped up. I can't even
How
front.
you
I got
doing
to be honest
with the
with the
snacks,
people.
bro? How you doing with the snacks, bro? I know you be slipping on the snacks, Paul.
Look, this is what I slipped. It had some watermelon. Like I saw the watermelon in the fridge, and I was like, oh, and I had like about 3 or 4 pieces. I was like, damn, I'm supposed to be fasting.
That's made
You
on
know what I'm
purpose.
saying?
That's made on
Yeah, I know
purpose.
that's not a bad cheat. That's not a bad cheat. But my goal was to not eat nothing. But other than just a couple of slices of watermelon, I haven't had anything to eat in over 24 hours now. And I told myself I was going to go 3 days, so I'm gonna see how I feel. But I did it because I was just overcoming some type of sickness or illness or whatever you want to call it. And anytime that happened, I automatically fast because I listen to my body. A lot of people, I feel like, try to force themselves to eat or force themselves to do this or that. When your body's like, no, I'm full. People eat it and then throw it right back up and think they got to eat more. Your body's trying to tell you, look, we busy trying to fight off whatever's up in here. Let us fight. You trying to put more food in us to give us more work to do to try to digest and break all that stuff down when we trying to get rid of whatever's going on in your body. So for me, man, fasting has been amazing. Like I said, the benefits for me: clearer skin. It's feel like my senses are more awakened, but also just the spiritual aspect of whenever I do a fast, I go into it with some type of purpose, whether it's like I'm looking for clarity, whether it's or guidance, or you know what I'm saying. I go into fasting with a purpose, and every time I fast with for that purpose, I always get what I'm looking for. So for me, man, fasting is just an amazing thing, and I think it's something people should tap into more. And just the financial part, just think if you just didn't eat, or just did spring water, or just fruit for, like you said, Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, how much money you'll save other than going out and buying food or cutting down on your grocery bill. So you also got a financial benefit with it as well, where you're not like I don't even spend that much money on fast food and things like that anymore, especially when I'm in fast mode. So that's the financial benefit of it as well too.
So, Paul, when you did your fast, was it like you just do water fast?
Yeah, spring water, like you said, just
Okay.
spring water.
I
Hmm.
I recently had an experience with a fast itself. Where I did a 2 day juice fast. It was supposed to be 3 days, but let me tell y'all my antidote. So, like you said, the first day, my fear was, usually when I go without protein or anything for more than like 12 hours, your body starts having those withdrawal symptoms,
Hmm.
like similar like drugs, man. Like food is drugs sometimes. Like you don't realize that till you stop eating it. Because I was getting the chills, I was sweating and whatnot. Usually, but I did a juice fast, right? So I was juicing and drinking spring water in between each juice. The first day went well, and I went to sleep that night. But when I woke up, it's like you said, like it's like I woke up with like Spider Man powers or something. My senses were going
Yeah.
crazy. And
Uh-huh.
I felt good. Like I felt so clear, man. I felt so clear. Got through the second day just fine. I was like, I can do this probably for the rest of the week. So I did that on Sunday and I did that on Sunday and Monday. Got through my weekend. I was too scared to go to the gym though. And like I like, all right, I'm gonna go to the gym, sweat out, some stuff, and then feel like I need to put it back. Feel like I need to put something back in. And
Just say it, bro. Need to put
Y'all
something
got-
You
back.
feel like you need to put something in.
yeah. Y'all said it, not me. But with the mistake I made that I learned that it was a learning experience. Like when you coming off a fast, you can't just rush to put the same type of food you used to eat back in your body. It has to be a slow progression. Like, this why I got to work. It was 12 noon. We always order lunch as a management group or whatever. And they ordered a Bojangles big ass box. I was like, man, I did 2 days. I deserve this shit right here. So, you know what I'm saying? That fried chicken and biscuit, boy, man, shit.
Told that stomach up.
I ate that shit and like 3 hours later, I just start sneezing. My throat start getting scratchy. My immune system all fucked up. And I thought I caught the flu or something in like an instant. And my body was just, reacting to the reintroduction of mucus and all the other stuff that, it just had, excised out. Cause I was peeing every hour on the hour. My pee was clear.
Mhm.
Like going to the bathroom clear, like it was easy, man. I felt fine, but then when I reintroduced that food to my body instantly went into like shock almost. I guess is what you call it, and it was trying its best to ward it off. But I was fucked up. I was fucked up on that third day when I reintroduced food to my body. So the tidbit I would give to people is just make sure you start off slow. Maybe the first day you come off your fast, you just eat fruit and vegetables. Maybe the second day you reintroduce rice or grains or anything, and slowly get back to the bread and the heavy proteins and whatnot. Because I was fucked up coming off my fast. And but yeah, it does work though. And as soon as I get over whatever I'm doing now, I'm gonna try it again, and see where that takes me.
So I want to
Hey,
ask.
oh, go ahead.
I want to ask, how often should you fast? How
That's a good
long?
question.
And what are the benefits?
Somebody told me like every 2 months or something like that.
I'm gonna say that answer for G, but for me, shoot, I know people that fast every single week. like, I know people, and look, this is what they tell me. All right, they fasted only water for 7 days. For
Even
7 days,
more
they
than
only
that.
did water.
I know a guy. Y'all
Yeah.
know, and we're gonna bring him on here, but y'all know Chase. He used to
Oh
be,
yeah.
he used to be
Mhm.
heavy set. He used to be heavy set when I first met him. The next time that I saw him, I ain't see him for a good stretch of time. And I recognized the face, and he had the same personality. So I'm like, I know this dude. But he was like how he is now, like his shape now. And I was like, what did you do? He said he drunk nothing but water, didn't eat anything, no fruit, no snacks, no nothing
Mhm.
for over 30 days. For over 30 days,
Mhm.
lost so much weight. But then he started like it was a point where I felt like I was gonna go crazy.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, but and then I'm hearing I see things now where these vegans post where they say that we're not supposed to be drinking water at all. And like one of the guys said
Mhm.
he ain't drank water for 10 years. And he's
Mhm.
like pushing 100, you know what I mean? So
You're supposed
I'm
to be, you're supposed to be getting your water from the food you eat.
okay.
Yeah, the fruits.
The
Yeah.
fruit.
Uh-huh. Yeah,
Allegedly.
we really, when you look at your teeth and everything, like the way our teeth is set up, it's not really to eat uh pause meat. You know what I'm saying?
They
Is
got
is
fangs,
we
man.
really we really got is like fruitarians. Like
You
when you
been
think
watching
like
Yaki Awaken?
oh man, yeah, Yaki,
Yeah.
shout out Yaki,
Yeah, shout
shout
out.
out Yaki. Yeah,
Yeah.
man. But man, he a dope dude, man, as far as like vegan and fruitarian eating. He break it down to a science. He really get really technical on why you should eat certain things, why you shouldn't eat certain things, and things like that, man. So he a real. I like what he does, but to kind of go to Keith's point about some of the issues or the challenges you might face when you fasting. That first day is hell, yo. Like, yo, that first day is tough. The first day is tough, and it's really the first night for me because when I do eat, I'm a night eater, so my body is used to eating after 7, 8 o'clock. So once I get to that time frame, my body's like, okay, where the food at? And when they realize it's not coming, it's like it's trying to adjust, and that's right around sleep time. And so I didn't really get a lot of sleep until like my third night. My third night, I actually started getting some sleep. But it's something about when I did go to sleep after that first day, and I woke up that second day. The second day was so easy. The second day and the third day, it was my third night. That was real tough for me. But you might have a tough time trying to go to sleep because your body not used to going through that process. But that's why you get in the habit. Like I say, I know some people they every week they fast for at least one day. They might fast for a whole weekend, but they fast for at least one day, and now your body get more adjusted to it, so it's an easier process.
You'd be
So yeah,
surprised how
that.
much you get rid of in just that first day. Like
Yeah.
to be transparent, like I said, I was urinating a lot, but after the first two urinations, like everything is like crystal clear. Like you done got the toxins out, and and I'm pretty sure I learned this from G, but get your body used to eating on a schedule if you are going to eat food. So
Mm.
you're not all erratic with it. But G, give us some tips on your perspective on fasting and how it helps you in your fitness journey and whatnot.
I want to know, where did you come across fasting, and what has been the benefit, and why? You say it's been like a secret of yours, but like what has fasting done for you?
Fasting has healed me. Is one of the reasons why I'm healed today. It was one of the some of the research I did when I was at the hospital. I got aggravated because I kept getting sick, and I was trying to figure out. I'm taking all this medicine, I'm eating whatever they want, and I kind of have like a love hate relationship with doctors because I was always asked them like, bro, whatever I eat, it hurts, or whatever I eat is not making me better, and medicine ain't making me better. And they would just tell me, all they would say is, take the medicine, you can eat whatever you want, you can do whatever you want. And after a while, it's like, bro, you're not making no sense. So after like the third time being in the hospital, I was like, bro, I'm gonna figure this shit out. So I started just reading a lot of books. I read books on people that had stomach problems, Crohn's, all types of stuff. And then one book actually stood out to me was Eat to Live by
Elijah
Elijah Muhammad.
Yeah.
And the way he broke it down was like, dang, he might be right. When he explains that the fasting and eating one meal a day, and how your body is close to what I resemble as is like a car. It's like close to it. Like you just keep on going and going. After a while, if you run a car, if you keep on going and never stop it and just keep it going for a year and never turn it off, that car's gonna break down. And because of the engine and all the parts and everything gets too hot, it gets burnt out, and the car's gonna die. It's similar to what our body is. If we keep on, our body is a machine with all, it breaking it down to food, the acid that breaks it down, it pushes through the liver, it pushes through the small intestines, everything like that. It's just a machine that keeps on going. So when you keep on doing it so many times, your body burns out. It's tired. It needs to relax. It needs to chill. It needs to be able to heal itself so it can come back the next day. That's like doing push-ups nonstop for 24 hours. My muscles like, bro, just stop. Like I need to.
Thank you for saying that.
Yeah. Like I need to chill. Can you give me a break, bro? I need to relax so I can build back stronger. It's the same way that our body needs, our intestines, our whole system. So when he said that, I was like, all right, let me try doing that. And then he broke it down more with started listening to Dr. Sebi when he talked about mucus. And most foods, 90+% of foods that we're eating today has a lot of mucus, and that blocks everything. It doesn't help us produce more white blood cells so we be able to recharge our body. So you're killing yourself with eating so much food, and it's tearing your body from the inside. Then you got so much mucus that's doing that, and studies will show that most diseases they're caused by mucus. So it's like you put two and two together. I mean, how about we just not eat at all and just don't eat none of that stuff and see what happens? As soon as I did that, I started drinking more water and doing water and fruit and maybe every once in a while some veggies in there every once in a while. But I felt like the same way like y'all said. I can see so much clearer. Like my thoughts were so clear. I can move faster. Even though I didn't even have any food on my stomach, I could work out longer. And it beats the stereotype like you got to eat all this food before you work out and all this stuff.
Energy,
That's
yeah.
actually slowing you down because your body while you're working out, your body is working to try to digest that food while you're working out. So you're working double time. It's too much stuff going on. So a lot of the myths that you'll talk about on Instagram or wherever you're getting it from, saying you need to eat all this food is really a lie. You're just speeding up your process off this earth. So the longer you live, you can live longer, just like a young gentleman said in the video, by fasting, man. I mean, you think that you have to eat all this food to be a bodybuilder. In some places you do. If you want to be that guy that's 250 and arms of 22 inches, you can be that way because you have to eat that amount of food. But how long are them guys are lasting? You're seeing month in and month out. I'm in that field. I watch it. Those dudes are dying, man.
Yeah, man.
Our body's not meant to take all that weight. It's not meant to have all that food in your body. Your body, we're not built to be that big and that muscular forever. We're not. It's just how our bodies are. Now, if you're naturally just a big guy, I mean, that's just how it is. I mean, you naturally, but a guy like me ain't supposed to be 210 pure muscle. It's my body, my bones, my body be like, bro, what are you doing? I can't carry all that. It's too much. So that's just how it is. I mean, the less you eat, most likely that's the longer you live. Now, I won't keep going long-winded, but the last part I want to say is the reason why when I started this video and said it's hard for people to do it is like one of y'all said, it's the food is so addictive that it's hard for you to grasp away of it. There's a reason why it's called FDA, Food and Drug Administration. They give you they license all the food so they can go in the back end and give you the drugs for it. Why would you think they would tell you that fasting would heal so many things? Because they would be out of two income sources right there. And it's plain to see around your head, but nobody literally looks at it. But maybe they do see it, but it's very hard for people just to stop eating. They will understand how much weight you will lose, how much clearer, how much successful, how much longer you will live if you would stop eating so much food. They think that people are like, I'm starving, I'm hungry. It's all mental, man. You're able to control your body, but some people can't grasp that and just not do it. So, but if you get to that point where I was, either I would change or not, I ain't had no choice to change. Because trust me, I would stay getting a quarter pounder. I love 2 pieces of biscuit KFC. I like Little Caesars pizza. I like going to Walmart and getting Sakatumi cakes. I liked all that stuff just like anybody else. Ain't nothing different from me. It's just that I felt that pain of not listening and not fasting and taking care of my body. That's what got me to this point. So I feel everybody that has that addiction that want to eat that same stuff. I promise you, bro, I've been there. Trust me, I've been there. But I don't want you to get to the point where I was for you to change your life.
And that's the thing. Most people we don't make changes until it's a drastic experience. Like we can know right from wrong, and it's like, all right, well, what is hurting me? You got diabetes? Oh, I need to start working out. Oh, okay. You know what I mean? Like now it's time.
That's how I found y'all.
You know what I mean? You know what I mean? It's usually like, the drastic experience is what makes you mentally switch that trigger. Like, let me go ahead and do what I know I need to be doing. What you about to say, Pop?
I was gonna say, man, how I got introduced to fasting was through church. You know, like I learned at a young age, if you want something fast, like, and it don't always got to be food. You know what I'm saying? Like sometimes I fast from TV. Like I won't watch no TV or anything like that. You know, you could fast from different things. Sometimes you fast from sex. Like just go celibate. And just 30 days, no nothing, and just focus. You know what I'm saying? And so for me, it's not only just a health benefit, but for me, it's a mental clarity and like a spiritual connection type of thing where I think that's part of the reason why your senses kind of get opened up now. You know what I'm saying? Like we got so much stuff in this food that's really blocking things we don't even know about. You know what I'm saying? Whether it's connections to our higher being, connections with ourselves, all of these different things, man, that fasting for me, and not even just from food, but from social media,
Yeah.
from people, like things like
Yeah.
that, man. It really it's an awakening in a lot of ways for me as well. And that's how I came across fasting, it was through church. Anytime I want something or I feel like life's not going right, I fast and I clean up whatever area around me. You know what I'm
Hmm.
saying? You clean up, get your control what you could control what you can control,
Yeah.
clean up your area around you, and then I fast. And it's always worked for me.
I know
It's always worked for me. So I just want to make sure I want to say that.
my mother-in-law fasts from chocolate. She loves chocolate. So every time they do their fast at church, that's like her top thing.
Mm.
Um, um, what I wanted to ask, because I know we about to switch over to the next topic. What I wanted to ask is why spring water?
It don't got a lot of those chemicals and impurities, and it's supposed to be easier on your stomach. Because like he said, yo, when you fasting, your stomach get very sensitive, and it is very important. Just like he said, how you break your fast or what you putting in your body during your fast, it it's like your body is more sensitive to what you're digesting and everything like that. So spring water is supposed to be the cleanest water and the easiest one for your
Mm.
stomach during the fast.
And Trey, I'll tell you, like, I couldn't tell you specifically what the difference is, but you can blindfold me now, and I can drink a bottle of take a sip of spring water, and take a sip of purified water, and I can tell which one is which. So
Mm.
Hmm.
that purified love, it ain't that pure to me. You know,
I
when you
Yeah.
start drinking spring, you'll realize it's not that pure. How about that?
always been one because I never really liked the idea of buying water if
Yeah,
I'm already
true.
buying it at home. So I
true.
always been one to like boil my water and put it in, or let it cool overnight. Uh, get rid of the toxins myself. Um, how I got introduced to fasting, how I got introduced to fasting, I always looked at fasting after I would do a detox. Um, so I would detox, flush out, and I wouldn't. From that, I wouldn't be in a hurry or a rush to go back to eating and eating the way I knew. I knew alkaline water is not unnecessary, but you could alkaline your water in different ways than just having alkaline water. Although I
Mm.
have alkaline water, I drink alkaline water religiously. So alkaline water is necessary because you need alkaline, you need the electrolytes. I wouldn't say alkaline water is necessary, but alkalining your water is necessary because you need the electrolytes, and electrolytes is what the kidney needs to absorb water. So most of the time when y'all just pissing regularly or like pissing too much to the point where I know when I did a fast and I just was drinking water, I was just drinking any water I could get. It wasn't alkaline, it wasn't electrolytes, it wasn't spring, it wasn't whatever. I was just making sure I drink water, a gallon a day and all of that. And I was pissing so much that it hurt. Um,
Mm.
yeah, it got like you could feel the wind off of it.
Yeah.
It's too much, you know what I'm saying? Um, so I learned that you need the electrolytes for the kidney to absorb water, and the more absorption that you have, the less that your body will be getting rid of it. Because what's happening is your body is still just flushing out. If it's not absorbing the water, it's just going through you and it's taking out. And when it gets to a certain point, it's just taking out nutrients and the things that you need. Like you don't flushed out the toxins, cool. Now you getting rid of the necessity, you know what I'm saying? So you need some absorption. That's what alkaline is for.
Yeah.
And you can alkaline your water in many different ways. Lemon, cucumber, sea salt, all of that in your water is going to alkaline it, and that's better than just getting alkaline because you still don't know what they put in it. But
Right.
yeah, So when I started, I would detox, and I wouldn't be so quick to just jump back to eating. I am a bigger guy, and I wanted to lose weight, so I would challenge myself, like, how long could I go without eating? And what would this look like? What would this do? When I would detox, the first time I detoxed, I lost 5 pounds that day. And I'm like, okay. And
Damn.
they would tell me that it's water weight and stuff like that. And I'm like, oh, okay. So let me not drink so much water. Let me not eat so much. And I started learning about the way that the body processes. As y'all mentioned, especially G, if you eat right before you go to work out, and they say you need that for energy, right? Okay, well, your body has to process in order for to start using that as energy. It's not energy, is stored fat now. You know what I'm saying? And the body is going to be eating off of the other stored fat that's already there. So when I work out, I like to work out on an empty stomach. Plus, after you work out and your body is burning and it's already at a high functionality, now when you eat, it's going to go directly to what you just burnt. You know what I mean? So if you did arms, you want bigger arms, you eat protein within an hour after your workout, now it's going to go directly to what you just worked on versus, no direction, you just eating. Plug. So we got to cover this topic again because we run on this one pretty long. But I would like to know, like, the different types of fasting, what again, the lengths of fasting, what's the benefits of if anybody who has done it out there. I want to hear from y'all. We're gonna put it in the community board and in the chats and stuff, take polls and ask questions, because this is what I have seen with fasting is all beneficial. I have seen it where people have done it drastically to the point where now you're malnutritious. I don't like that. The way you become what's the opposite of obese? Anorexic. You become anorexic. You can see your rib cage, your teeth falling out, your nails brittle, and you depriving yourself at that point. So you got to know the limit. You got to know the limit. And me, I am a foodie. I love food, but I appreciate more of what I don't get all the time. So if I don't get, if I'm not eating all the time, when I do eat, I am like, is divulging.
You be savoring it.
Yeah, man. I love it. I love it.
That's what's up. That's what's up. I know G getting the next video up and everything like that. I want to know too, in the comment section, has anybody ever did a dry fast before? And a dry fast mean no nothing. And then how long have you done it? Because at some point I'm gonna do a dry fast. Like
I'm sure.
no nothing. I'm definitely gonna do a dry fast, y'all.
Another
Like they
thing
know, like,
with me,
huh?
another thing with me is a lot of times I just be so busy that I don't eat. So I've done many 24-hour periods because it's like I've just been working so much and I've been on the move so much that I didn't stop to eat. So I mean, you could throw that in the category of fasting. I think to go to the mental point. That's what I wanted to hit before we leave. Is I don't think it'll be as hard if you do it intentionally, on purpose, and have a plan with it. I don't think it'll be as hard mentally. Most people that don't do stuff, they don't do it because of what the negatives are. You thinking about what you can't do, what you can't have, and things like that, versus with the benefits of and why you need to do it. You know what I mean? So you just think like, dang, I can't eat today, And if you're thinking about eating, now you're going to be hungry. So
yeah. Hey fellas, I'm gonna let y'all know I'm probably gonna be logging off around 9:00. But I'm gonna try to stay on for this last topic for a little bit.
You got to. Don't leave me in here by myself.
Oh man.
Yeah, we about to get this thing up. And the last topic, man, we make sure it's a quick hitter and everything like that. Or we gonna try. We'll see where the conversation go. But
It's not gonna be a quick hitter.
yeah, we'll see. We'll see where the conversation go. We ain't keeping everybody all night. If we gotta do a part two on something, we'll do.
If you how can I say? If you maybe a woman that don't like other people having their opinion on certain things, then I suggest you go ahead and get off. If you're real sensitive, I need you to go ahead and get off, because I think this is something that we needed to talk about for a long time. And so we need to give our thoughts on it. We need to be honest with it. We ain't being cruel, but we going to say what we think. We disagree, agree, let it stay there. But I think this is something that people are not really talking about, but they scared to talk about. But y'all know at FMF, we ain't scared of nothing. So so it's what it is, what it is. So I mean, but we're gonna go ahead and jump into it. We cleaned it up. So the topic is deletion or the abortion or killing the number one threat to the black community?
Savannah, what is the number one threat to the black community and basically minorities in general?
Abortion. Over 400,000 black babies are murdered in this country needlessly every single year. And, we think about, why are we the minority? Mother Teresa once said to Hillary Clinton that, she asked, why is it that we haven't had a black woman president yet, And she said, we probably aborted her already. And that's just the sad truth.
I mean, it's absolutely sick. I believe CPAC just actually posted a billboard in Times Square in New York City. And it's basically calling for the end of the black genocide. Yes. And it's focusing on abortion. So there has been over 60 million abortions since the Roe v. Wade case. And over 60% of these abortions have been babies of minority and babies of color.
Right. Well, we look at over 70% of Planned Parenthoods are placed in black and minority communities. The goal since the beginning of Planned Parenthood and with birth control was Margaret Sanger's idea that anyone that didn't look like her, anyone that was thought of as a minority or less than, they didn't deserve to live. Just wipe them all out. And we see people like Hillary Clinton and Joe Biden that give money to this. It's like, it's racist. It was built on a racist ideology, and it's continuing today. I would say that Margaret Sanger would be very proud of where we are right now.
Are you laughing at abortion? What you laughing at?
I'm laughing at stupid people, man. Let's talk.
You got to clarify yourself, man. You listen to people about abortion. I don't think that's funny, man.
I don't know where these numbers be coming from. That's just people be pulling shit out the ass to make a narrative. So where did the numbers come from?
And how many babies are actually born compared to those that are aborted, to say that's making us the minority?
Hello.
And then she kind of lost me at the first black woman president probably been aborted. That's
propaganda, man.
Yeah, that made it sound like propaganda. Like I was with her till that part. But,
And then you back your facts up with Mother Teresa, Hillary Clinton, Joe Biden about about us, nigga.
The puppeteers, man. The puppeteers.
You know what I'm saying? Mother Teresa knew what her message was. I know how it's promoted for Mother Teresa, but she want the saint that everybody see. Fuck that bitch.
Look, man. Hey, look. I'll go ahead. I'm gonna go ahead. I'll go ahead and kick it off, man. I'll go ahead and kick it off. I think with that, do I think that's the number one? What is it? Threat to the black community? No,
no.
But I do think that is something that we got to start discussing. We got to start discussing being safer with your sexual practices. You know what I'm saying? Putting yourself in those type of situations from the man and the woman side. Being more responsible, so you don't even have to put yourself in that type of situation. Because you don't know what could have happened with that child that they was brought into the world. You know what I'm saying? But I'm more concerned with the people that's here, and we have issues with black on black crime, with us killing each other that was birthed into this world,
Yeah.
and other things like that. But I don't want to dismiss that topic or that conversation.
Right.
I say, yo, people got a choice to do what they want to do. But what's so hard about not putting yourself in that type of situation to begin with? If you did now, if some type of fuck up happened when you was practicing, safe sex or whatever like that, and then something happened, hey, something happened then. But majority of the times, people that end up in those situations, you know what you was doing, and you knew what could be the possible outcome of that. And
Facts.
then the government is coming in and benefiting off of our negligence and not
Right.
being responsible with our bodies.
In either way.
In,
Whether
in
it's an
either way, and
abortion, prison, all of that stuff, because I already heard some of the yip yap behind it. And either way, the government will like get some reward from it. So let's talk.
but we got to be. I say we got to be more responsible
Mhm.
about our bodies and our practices, so we don't, and being more disciplined, so we could get ourselves into a point where when you have your baby, you're ready for it, instead of having children that's not playing. And now like I said, we funding the government with that. You know what I'm saying? Like the government is benefiting from that.
Mhm.
And I'm not saying I'm not no person to tell somebody what to do with their body or whatever. But when I hear somebody talk like that, it is a government play with this. You know what I'm
Yes.
saying? I do see abortion clinics in our neighborhood other than other neighborhoods. It is a play with it. You know what I'm saying? And so if we could start being more disciplined and practicing better safe habits, we
Mhm.
wouldn't even put ourselves in a situation where we gotta even argue this. You know what I'm saying? We'll have more situations where children are being brought into households, or women are getting pregnant to keep families together, and also in better situations where they don't feel like they gotta make a decision to terminate something because they're not ready for it. I think we just
Mhm.
gotta be more responsible with our choices. But it's not the number one thing in our community that's messing us up. I
What
don't
you
think
think,
that.
G? What you think, G?
Um, I don't think it's the. That's right. I don't think it's the number one thing. I think it's a big part, but I don't know if it's the number one thing because there's too much stuff going on. Like you name
Mhm.
with we already talked about we don't have the fathers. We already talked about the black on
Yeah.
black
Mhm.
crime. We talked about a
Yeah.
whole bunch of stuff. So to say it's the number one, I mean, I don't know if it's the number one because it wouldn't shine a light on all the other things that we need to fix as well. Unless she's
Yeah.
come from a point where, unless her stance is maybe it's too short, but maybe if she would try to argue, I'm trying to think of what she would argue to say the number one. Maybe because it's the first thing that starts, they don't have a chance to do black on black crime if they're already killed. I don't know if she meant
Mm.
it that way. Maybe she think that's because of number one because they don't have an opportunity to do anything if you ain't even come out yet. So maybe that's what she's saying, but think of it, no, I don't know if it is. So I can't give a yes or no on that.
Mhm.
Um, I think we just came into a world where I think it's just I do think it's too accept. I think it's too acceptable.
Mm.
I think it's too acceptable
Too much of
where
an
you get to
option.
a point. Yeah, I think
You mean
that I
acceptable?
think it's too acceptable. It's too much of an option for you to have that there because it's just human psychology. We talked about it before. I mean, it's hard for let's say if the doctor told you 100 times that if you eat one more ho ho or Twinkie and then I have a vendetta against you, and I just keep delivering Amazon ho hos and Twinkies to you every single day. You just gonna be like, man, fuck it, I'm gonna grab a ho ho and Twinkie. I mean, it's like because it's there. So would it come into the realm where what if I was always thinking in my mind like what if we didn't have the have no way to to do any type of abortion, would it, my mind, in a world, would people stop wanting to have so many babies? Would we be more careful, like Paul said, with preparing ourselves to lay down with somebody? We will think twice before somebody just go ahead and just let off females. I mean, what would life would be? So I think it's so accessible now that it's just people like, I get pregnant, I'm just gonna, I'm just gonna go over there and just get rid of it.
Cancel that jump.
And I agree with that.
Yeah, it's too accessible now.
Yeah.
So it's when you make something so accessible to people, I mean, that's
becomes the norm.
It's a human nature with us, man. If it's easier, everybody's gonna go the easier route. It's harder for you to actually maybe from a woman's side to respect your body in a certain way that you won't let somebody have sex without a condom. And it's too hard for a dude to be like, all right, bro, I'm scared to have sex with her because I might get her pregnant. I don't want to be with her forever. But if they go into a mindset where I get her pregnant, I'll just give her a couple $100 to get rid of it. It's like it's how people are wired now. So
that's where my focus is.
It's just like people they make it accessible and the new human nature, a slash of a human nature and slash of lack of character that people gonna go for it. So I mean, it's just it's a mixture between them two. So to relay it all in, I can't say it's the number one. I say it is a threat, but I don't know if it's the number one threat.
Yeah,
about you?
And let Keith go. Yeah.
Like 400,000 is a lot, but considering there's millions of us here in America, I don't think that's the number one. Now I've had a journey with this topic because if you asked me 10 years ago if I'd be cool with abortion, yeah, hell yeah, I ain't trying to have no baby right now at 24. You know, but the older I've gotten, and the more I think about, you just, getting rid of a development of a human being, like it kind of fucks with me. So I'm more the mindset, just make sure I'm ready if I'm gonna make that decision. And I'll have more of a conscience if, say if I knew I slipped up, going right to the minute clinic next morning and getting that plan B rather than letting that egg hatch and, start developing to a fetus and whatnot and creating a heartbeat. That's what kind of messes with me. But no, I don't think it's the number one. I think it's number one. That like I said, until she mentioned something about the first black lady president and saying I supported, like I was with her, but not, it just sounded like propaganda and some more leftists,
Fuck that bitch. So
Trey be wild.
It is what it is. He said it for me. I'm sorry.
My sense, my approach is, and I've had this conversation in the impoverished areas that this could be more targeted is, and I've had the conversation, especially with the women that got that mentality of we could just cancel it out. This is one of the side effects of the desensitizing the topic of sex. This is one of the side effects of that is like we made sex such a popular, such a mundane thing, such a easy, everybody's doing it type thing that we're not paying attention to the actual like greatness of sex. Not only is this like the highest peak pleasure, but it's also like magnanimous in the fact that you're creating life. Like it is beautiful. And for you as a man to be, a woman has to accept you inside of her. That is not a small act. Like you are inside of another body. That is crazy.
It's amazing.
It's crazy. It's amazing, bro. It's amazing, bro.
It is amazing. It can be.
And it is.
You gotta warm it up a little bit.
But I agree with you, Trey. Like we gotta realize we have the power to create a life inside. Like they are the vessel, but we have the. I know y'all gonna argue with me. We have the life.
The life force, the seed,
the zygote, the living zygote that gets that fertilizes that egg. We have that, I think we're. I will agree with you, Trey, because I think last episode I said we're not, desensitized. Is we just think about it too much. But yeah, in that sense, we are desensitized as men out here.
Yeah, and that's why I'm talking to every man, woman, boy, girl is not like a small act. Yeah, it's fun. Yes, I mean, like even now, like when guys start talking about their body count and stuff, I get a little like you don't even know. You know, if you can't name who you had sex with, you don't even remember. Like you just doing it for bragging rights. Like, and one of my seniors had pointed it out was like, yo, that's masturbation. You just using a different toy. You're just using a human body for masturbation. That's selfish sex that I was talking about. This is the sexual education that I want to bring forth, and I want to discuss, not just like how to get your woman off. You know what I'm saying? I want to actually have like educational, because sex education is just like, oh, you can get STDs. You know what I'm saying? But wear a condom. But I didn't hear none of the like actual value of sex within sexual education. So we need to bring this forth as well. And thank you for bringing this topic up and where y'all at with it, because I was ready to put the gloves on. You know what I mean? But that is I talk to everybody that I can. If you mention anything sexually related around me, you must be at the point where you're open to learn something. I'm gonna give you this game real quick. You know what I'm saying? Like, even if you're just looking at ass, it's still a reason why you're attracted to that ass. You know what I'm saying? Like, we're attracted to the female body because what it triggers to us is that it's bred for holding that child, bro. Like, that is the instinct. That is the instinct. We looking at the hips and all of that. Like, we looking at the fact that it triggers to us to that you're fertile, and it's the natural instinct. Like, it's more to it than just lust. And that y'all make sex so dirty. But as far as abortion, I was talking to somebody earlier. As far as abortion, my stance on it is there has to be accountability on the women's side, because I know that has been like, especially with like the feminist movement and all that stuff. It's like you can't tell a woman what to do with her body. But this man specifically, and I know me and Paul has had experience with abortion. I don't know if you guys have and anybody else have. But it's a scary thing. Like most of the guys most of the guys that I know that's what we was talking about, where we need more fathers. Most of the guys don't really prepare to be fathers until it's like, well, this happened. It's 9 months. You better be ready. You know what I'm saying? Like none of the guys really actually like, no, I'm ready to be a father, and this is my goal with having sex with this woman who I see fit to be the mother of my child. We don't really do that. We just having fun having sex. So that needs to be talked about more. That's what I was emphasizing on the episode we did about fatherlessness in the home. Guys need to be more accountable. That's why I hold the guys accountable. Is like that is huge. That's the goal of sex. Like it's not just pleasure; it's to create life. So you have to understand that in order to that should trigger you to have a more stern selection of who you could possibly be creating life with. You know what I'm saying? Because that baby is innocent. You can hate this person all you want, but the baby is innocent. And now even if the baby even if y'all do have the child and y'all not on good terms, just because it's a 2-parent household, now y'all just all types of wild because y'all both dislike each other and don't realize the effects that it's having on the child. And now we into another level of trauma and what that child now has had as an upbringing. And you see how kids, J. Cole said it, you see how kids grow up in abusive households, wind up knocking girlfriends out cold. It's called a cycle. So that cycle has to be broken. You know what I'm saying? That cycle has to be broken. And that cycle could never start if we just have the accountability as men to know that we are selecting you when we have sex. Like, yeah, you have the access to it, and then you let me in. Like, oh yeah, I'm trying to get some pussy. But if you don't say, if you are entering, you should know that this is a part. This is your choice.
Possibility.
This was your choice.
Mhm.
This is your selection that you said, okay, even it's a possibility that you're going to be the mother of my child. I'm comfortable with that. You know what I mean? Don't be so comfortable with, oh well, she could just get an abortion. Fuck that bitch. Like, nah, we're not on that wave no more. Like, get rid of that mentality as the fellas. You know what I mean? The next point that I want to bring up is with the guys that I was talking to. He's like, man, I got 3 kids, right? He said he went through a Planned Parenthood course and all that stuff, and he said I couldn't, after going through it and learning more, like actually going through it, learning more, and they still made the decision to have their child, one of their children, because he had 3 kids. He was like, I couldn't fault someone if they made a decision together to make that happen. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
What I see is wrong is like if the man like, okay, well, we're gonna have this child, like I impregnated you, stepping up to the plate and this responsibility, and the woman is just like, no, I don't want it, and she makes that sole decision and don't take nobody else into accountability. Now, hey, no, that won't right. Yes, it's your body, but it took 2 to make that child, and now you're trying to, at that point, you're saying that father has no say so over whether or not this child should be brought into the world. That I disagree with. Dropping the
That's
line.
why you gotta have. That's why you gotta have conversations beforehand, though. And that's the thing. We don't have no conversations before. We just go off of instinct. You know what I'm saying? Oh, we here. That Jane, I see you looking good. That Jane getting wet for me. All right, bet. Let's go.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? No conversation, no nothing. And so it go back to like I say, that discipline and moving more intentionally when it comes to that aspect. And like G said, a lot of this stuff is because it's so prevalent. We can see porn whenever we want to. You damn near look at TV. It's softcore porn on TV now. You know what I'm saying? Like, yo, like they don't even be blurring out. I remember back in the day, they used to blur out the whole ass. They don't even blur out ass no more. Girls be having a string going through the crack. They show all of that now. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's everything is triggered for sex. And so we don't think about moving intentionally when it comes to who you lay up with, because it seemed cool to just knock down everything moving, but you don't understand what you doing, what could be the consequences of that. And now you dealing with a baby mama that you like, man, I hate this, I hate her. Well, maybe you would have thought about your action before you got to that point. You wouldn't even be dealing with that, and maybe you could have chose the right one. And you'd be like, yo, like me and my child's mom, we married, and we live in a happy lifestyle type of thing. It's just about moving more intentionally with your actions, man. My bad, I didn't mean to cut you off, Trey, but I just wanted to interject right there.
Good, bro. Now, what I do disagree with is the government's involvement in this. I do disagree that there should be like they just making laws. I think it's emotionally charged laws. I disagree with like you cannot, you have no choice or no say so. Like if you're pregnant, you're gonna have a child. Like I disagree with that. It is upon the parents to make that decision. It's also a side effect of all of the technology, the science. Like the people are going to put forward, like you said, we're in a capitalist society, so the main things that for progression, they're looking at like, what can I get paid off of? What's the highest demand? Oh, plan B. It's like, oh snap! Like now we could have unsafe sex loosely. All I gotta do is pay for this, or abortion is an option. I remember when like abortion was like a myth. Like when I was growing up, that was like or too expensive. Like we're not even thinking like how is everybody,
man, shoot.
What
Who
is it
you
like
telling?
$300?
I think, yeah. we had to do hella work. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, that's your electric and cable now.
Yeah, like it had to do hella work. But you know what's crazy? What you talking about, Trey? And then go back to that FDA and all of that stuff. Less safe sex, which
Yep.
means more STDs and
Yep.
AIDS and HIV and stuff, which now factor into the pharmaceuticals and into the hospitals and everything. Like it's some sick games being played out here, man.
That's
For
what I
real,
was
yo.
gonna,
There's
that's
some
why I was
sick
gonna,
games being played.
that's why I was gonna bring up to Trey's point about the government. It's not emotionally charged. It's money driven. Like anything
Damn.
hmm
with the government, it's money driven.
Mm.
On both sides, the
Yeah,
red and the blue side.
Yeah, man. They
they're the
gonna
same
make
thing.
some money.
They're the same thing. They all see green.
Yeah. They're just
hmm
using different marketing. That's it.
Mm-hmm.
Fuck them all.
Yeah, man, yeah. But look, man, we getting close to that time, man. This is another great topic that we discussed, man. It's something that it might be a touchy subject, but these are things we gotta start talking about, man. And we gotta have respectful conversations with one another
Yeah.
about these topics. You know, like uh, we can't be afraid to have conversations with one another
Yeah.
regardless of what the topic is, as long as people coming from a respectful place, we got to be able to start having more serious conversations like this in order to bring our communities and better our communities along. But with that being said, anybody got final thoughts on this last topic?
I just
Uh,
could go off what like Jennings said. Think before you let it go. You know what I'm saying?
uh,
yeah, definitely choose be more selective. Um Men, don't be afraid to speak to the boys that's coming up, especially if they're in the age in the realm where they're starting to have sex, and all that they see and all they influence is sex is a good thing. You're not a man if you're not having sex and all of that. Like, I applaud the men who are still virgins in their 20s and stuff
mhm.
like that. Like, man, I could applaud y'all. I know a guy, it's just one, but I know one guy who didn't have sex until he was married, bro. Like, literally.
I only know one.
I know one too.
There's
One.
only
Yeah, I
one
know
guy.
one.
One. He said that night was glorious.
Oh man.
That could have its side effects too, but that's a different conversation. So I'm gonna just say that, yeah, y'all are all awesome. I appreciate y'all having this conversation that we could keep it respectful. Um, when bringing up this topic of discussion, because it is a necessity, and we do not need to be so loose. It starts in the home, and that home starts with the people who are going to become parents. Just because you're a parent doesn't make you a good person. Doesn't make you credible. Uh, and it doesn't mean that every parent is doing their best. Like, I've seen some crazy stuff and experienced some crazy stuff with other people. I've lived in other people's households where it was like, like I can go on and on, but the fact of the matter is we want more men out here. We want more families out here. We want more marriages, and we want more mentally healthy people. And all of that starts like making better decisions. Come on now.
Yes, sir. G, any final thoughts, G?
Shoot, no, I'll say what I had to say on it, man.
You
Big
supposed to destroy
kudos
this. After
to
last week, you supposed to destroy this one, G.
Right.
we said.
You supposed to destroy this one after last week, bro. Come on. I was like, y'all throwing G the straight ball.
Oh
He about to
man,
knock it out the park.
no, I'm like granddaddy and grandpa, man. I'm like old them, man. All I gotta do is say it once. I ain't gotta keep repeating it, man. We know what it is, so ain't no point in me repeating it, man. Rely on the like I said, it's not. I don't think it's the number one threat, but I think it's a big threat. Being a man of God, I think God's number one. He said his number one treasure, his number one gift to us. We're babies. So sometimes I open my eyes up and seeing what's going on nowadays and understanding why it was in the good book and why it's so accepted. Because, hey, the devil like a lot of things, man. So there's open your eyes up. So I ain't got much to say on it. But as far as the question, yeah, not number one. I don't think it's number one, but we got a lot of work to do in the Black community. But I don't know if it's number one. You can't put one over all the other stuff. So yeah.
That's
what's up, man. That's a good way to end it. But before we go, man, we touched on a couple of different topics. We definitely got to say, man, anything fitness related, hit up my man Anthony Giovanni, man. He a personal trainer that died in fasting, any questions like that, y'all make sure y'all go holler at him. We talked about, the jobs and the mindset. Make sure y'all go holler at Trey. He'll help coach you through any type of setbacks mentally you might be having, whether it's career or personal. Make sure y'all holler at him. I'm the finance guy. Y'all working that job. Y'all don't understand your 401k. You don't understand what's, the life insurance at your job, or you want to get more information. Make sure y'all come holler at me. We all three of us, man. We good people. We care about our community. We want to help. So y'all make sure y'all tap in with us if y'all need help in any of those areas. But with that being said, man, that's it for FMF. We appreciate y'all. Like, comment, subscribe. Make sure y'all do that, man. Make sure y'all keep pushing this up, get the algorithm up so we can reach more people. So with that being said, man, y'all take care. Peace.
We on TikTok now too. TikTok.
Yes, indeed.
Oh, we on TikTok. Yeah.
Yes, indeed.
As of today.
We everywhere, man. We everywhere.
Ubiquitous.
All right, y'all.